Welcome to the HDK2 SteamVR Setup Guide. You should have everything connected to your computer minus the head-mounted display. If you are running Windows 10, make sure you do not have the anniversary update installed. This tutorial is being run on an Intel i7 6700K overclocked to 4.7 GHz, 32 GB of RAM, and an Nvidia GTX 1070 Founders Edition. The first thing you want to go ahead and do is update your Nvidia drivers. You can do that by opening up your taskbar, opening up GeForce Experience, then hitting the green Check for Updates button. It's going to go ahead and check for updates, and if none are available, you're good to go. Next up is downloading and installing the Windows OSVR driver package. Open up the browser of your choice and follow the link on the screen. Click on the Get OSVR Precompiled Libraries link. Scroll down and select the HDK Windows driver pack, as shown here. Currently, the latest version is 1.2.7, but there might be a later version by the time you're watching this video. Always select the latest version. Hit yes. Install. Next. And verify all the drivers on the list are actually installed correctly. Hit close. And you're all done. Keeping your IR camera's firmware up to date is very important. To do so, open up the browser and go back to the OSVR GitHub page. Hit the download button for the firmware update tool for HDK IR camera. You're going to have to unzip the file you just downloaded. My favorite unzipping tool is 7-zip. Double click on the application, hit yes, and hit upgrade. And then just follow the prompts to upgrade your IR camera. My camera's firmware has already been upgraded, so there's nothing left for me to do. Next, we are going to install the OSVR Runtime. Click on the download button for the OSVR Runtime for Windows. From the time of making this video, the latest build is 200. You always want to download the latest build number. Click on the downloaded MSI and hit run anyway. Hit next. Read the terms and conditions and accept it. Hit next and install. Hit yes. And finish. Next up, you want to create an OSVR Central shortcut. It makes your life a lot easier when you want to go ahead and turn everything on. Navigate to your OSVR Runtime installation directory. The directory I'm showing you here is the default installation directory. Yours might be different. Inside the bin folder, you're going to find an application called OSVR Central. Right-click and drag it to your desktop and create a shortcut. This is the main tool you're going to be using to start your server, troubleshoot, and change major settings. We are now going to download the OSVR control and the flip runtime. This is used to upgrade the HDK2's firmware. Navigate to the link shown below. Select Get OSVR. Scroll down and hit the download button for the OSVR HDK control software and firmware upgrade tool. Click Install, then run the setup. You can now close this window as we still need to install Flip in the Java Runtime environment. Navigate to the link shown below, or you can do a quick Google search and click this link. From the creation of this tutorial, the latest version of Flip is 3.4.7. You want to select the second one that includes the Java Runtime environment. Click on the application to run it. Hit yes, and install. Follow the prompts to install the JRE package. Hit finish, and now the Java Runtime environment is installed. The setup will now proceed to installing Flip. Accept the terms and conditions, hit next, and install. Next, and finish the installation. OSVR control is now installed and has all the required dependencies to function properly. It's now okay to connect the head-mounted display to the belt box. This tutorial will help you update the HDK2's firmware. First, open OSVR control. Select Connect and get version number. Now that you see the list has been populated, you know you're connected. Click on the firmware update button. Hit next. Hit next. Hit next again. Then hit go. After it detects that your head-mounted display is connected, you're going to hear your USB disconnect. Then you go ahead and hit next. Hit go. And if JRE was properly installed, everything above will pass. Hit next. Hit next again. And then close. You have successfully upgraded your HDK2's firmware. You can now close the application. Next, you want to run the video tracker utility. Navigate to your OSVR runtime directory. The easiest way to find it is to right-click on OSVR Center and open File Location. Scroll all the way down to the bottom of the list and select Video Tracker Calibration Utility. Pick up the HDK2 and hold it up in front of the IR camera. You're going to notice all the LED lights. You want them all to turn green. You are going to notice that LEDs number 12, 13, 14, 24, 25, and 26 are not activated. This is normal for build 200, but might be upgraded in further builds. After you are done calibrating, put down the head-mounted display and press the S key to save the configuration. Hit enter to exit. Next, we are going to verify if your OSVR server is running and your camera is tracking your position. Open up OSVR Central. Select the Tools tab and select Start OSVR Server. The application is going to prompt you to pick up your HDK2 for calibration. If everything worked, it should say entering normal mode. Close the server and select Tracker Viewer. Pick up your HDK2 and move it left, right, down, and up. Then test the gyroscope. If everything was functioning correctly, you can now close both the server and the tracker. Next up is installing the Steam OSVR driver plugin. Open up your favorite browser and navigate to osvr.org. Here you want to click on Jump In and Official Experiences. Scroll down to the very bottom of the page and select Setup Guide for SteamVR Experiences. On this new page, scroll down and select the Download SteamVR OSVR plugin. It's a clickable link, so you could just click it and it'll go. Scroll down and hit the download button. Usually the latest version is the one highlighted in blue. Click on the Files button. Now click the latest OSVR Steam plugin. The Steam plugin is in the zip format, so you are going to have to unzip it. Inside the extracted folder, you select lib, open VR, and copy the OSVR folder. Now you are going to navigate to the directory where you have your SteamVR tool installed. Select the drivers folder and paste the folder into here. I open up the drivers.cfg just to show you that I have not edited it. It is not necessary. If you have your headset in the extended mode, you might notice that everything is upside down and flipped. To fix it on Nvidia, you have to open up the Nvidia control panel. Select Rotate Display, select the HDK2, and set it up in Landscape Flipped. Now pick up your HDK2 and verify the display is in the correct orientation. If it is, you're good to go. If you try to use your headset now, you're going to notice everything's a little bit off, such as resolution. First, open up your OSVR Central. Hit Tools. And hit OSVR Configurator. You're going to notice on this page, when you hit Devices, the default resolution is set for an OSVR HDK 1.3. You want to set it up for an OSVR HDK 2. You do this by hitting the blue Use button on the right hand side. After you select it, close everything out. And open the configuration application again, just to verify that everything's saved. If your configuration files look like this after the second time you open it, everything's saved correctly. Next up, we are going to set up SteamVR. The first thing you want to do is open up your OSVR server through OSVR Central. Start the server and pick up your headset. Once your headset is detected by the application, put it down. Now minimize both the OSVR server and the OSVR central application. Open up Steam. Navigate to Tools and open SteamVR. You are going to notice that SteamVR picked up your head-mounted display and one lighthouse. Your IR camera is set up as a lighthouse. Even though your headset is set up through the OSVR server, you still want to run the room setup. Select Standing Only. Hit Next. Pick up your headset and center it in front of the camera. Hit the Calibrate Center button and put your headset down on your table. My headset is roughly 60 centimeters from the floor. You might have to play around with this to get it correctly working. After that, hit Calibrate Floor, Next, and you're done. If you pick up your headset, you should now see the compositor. I'm opening up a mirror so you can see what I'm seeing. If you get the same screen I'm seeing now, everything is working as it should. Next, we're going to try to launch a game. It's actually pretty straightforward. First, start the OSVR server, start SteamVR, and then start a SteamVR game. So let's start the server first. Do the usual routine by setting the headset in front of the camera. Open up Steam and hit the white VR button on the upper right hand corner. Notice that both the headset and the lighthouse is detected. Next, open up a SteamVR compatible game. I'm going to choose Elite Dangerous just because it's pretty immersive and it's easy to demonstrate. You should now be able to put on your headset. As you can already see, the gyroscope is working. Okay, we're in the game. As you can see, you can look left, right, up and down. So let's try to see if we could check depth. Yep, everything's working fine. So that's how you get the HDK2 working on SteamVR. It's not perfect, but with a little bit of work you could get everything running fine. Now every once in a while I do run into an issue. Sometimes when you exit SteamVR, the SteamVR server continues to run in the background, resulting in SteamVR not picking up the head-mounted display on the next run. For me, it gives off the Something Went Wrong 308 error. If you follow the steps here, this is exactly how to fix it. It's actually very simple. But first I'm going to show you what it looks like. As you see, it says not ready, and nothing is detected. You would think you're stuck, but it's actually really simple to fix this. Open up your task manager, scroll down to the bottom of the list, and you're going to see VR server. Go ahead and end task. Now launch SteamVR again. And there you go. It's now detecting both the headset and the lighthouse. Most other visual issues can be fixed by unplugging the headset from the belt box and plugging it back in. That's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I'll try to answer them as soon as I can.